everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today I wanted to go ahead and show these new alcohol markers that I recently was gifted. You would have seen these in my birthday haul. They are the Arrtx 36 set skin tone alcohol markers. They come in this really nice box with a little handle, the logo on it. And I kind of just wanted to swatch these with you guys and hopefully do a little bit of a color combination of like a light, medium, deep skin tone if I can pull it together, and kind of show you guys what I would do and how I would work with these. If that interests you at all, I personally really like alcohol markers for skin tones, which is why I tend to put the skin tone set for different alcohol marker brands on my wish list, because I think that to have as many skin tone markers as possible is a good thing for me, because I'm always looking to try and create new combinations and not always stick to doing the same exact skin tone, which I recently have been doing. So hopefully this video will help me get out of this comfort zone of like the same 3 markers that I usually pick for skin tones, and I can find some new combinations. And yeah, like I said, so this is the Arrtx 36 set. It does just open up like this. It is 36 markers, but 2 of them are colorless blenders, so you have 34 actual shades or skin tones, with some, I think, like blush shades. We have some pinks. I color coordinated them this way from like lightest to darkest, and then like these neutral pink shades. So yeah, I am just gonna go ahead and swatch these out for you guys. It did come with this swatch card inside the box. I'm not going to use that. I am gonna use it to see the names, because this is the only place that it has the names. The actual pens, nowhere on the component does it say the name. It only has the shade listed as a number. So I will be using this to write the names down in my own swatch book. So like I said, if this is something you're interested in, skin tone markers, you want to see kind of the shades that Arrtx offers in their 36 set, definitely stay tuned, or just fast forward to the end when I hopefully manage to pull together some combinations if that interests you. If you have these markers yourself, please let me know combinations you like to use with them, what your favorite skin tone marker is, or in general what brand you like to use for skin tones. Like I said, alcohol markers is what I like to use for skin tones a lot of the time. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started into the swatches. Alright, so this is my swatch book. This is where I'm going to be swatching the markers. I'm just going to jump right into this. I'm starting with shade 312. Like I said, there's no names. No shade names on the marker itself. It just the both ends are labeled, and they are, I also forgot to mention, a chisel tip and a bullet tip. So they aren't brush markers. The component's really sturdy. I like how there's like this scallop edge across the top. That's kind of a nice touch. It makes the component a little fancier in my opinion. But anyways, let's just go ahead and jump in. You do have it labeled here with a little picture, so you know. I don't know, you can't put the cap on top, so I might end up fast forwarding this, because I don't know how interesting this may or may not be. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for 312 on here, pinkish white, and label it. Next up is 320, which is shade Floral White. Okay, so there's all the shades. There's all 34 of them swatched out. Do a little close-up for you guys. I really liked the marker, like just doing the swatches. They felt pretty juicy. None of them felt dry at all. They all laid down really nice. I do like the shade range for the most part. It's pretty good in my opinion. One of the best shade ranges for skin tones I've seen. Obviously, I haven't ever purchased just a skin tone set, like a large skin tone set. I've just had like the 80 set of CaliArts and the 160 set of Velour markers, so there's like skin tones sprinkled within there, but I really do like this range, I think. So now I'm going to go ahead and pick out some combinations and show you guys what I've come up with. Okay, so I went ahead and I played around a little bit off camera, figuring out some combinations that I liked, and these are the ones that I came up with. I'll zoom you in. I did 2 for lighter skin, 2 mediums, and 2 darker tones. I wrote the numbers next to each, so if you guys have the Arrtx markers, those are the shades that I used. If you're at all curious, I just do a light, a medium, and a dark. And then these are the practice ones I did. I went ahead and I copied this one has the skin tone practice sheet out of this coloring book here, Little Darlings by Kelly Horton. She has a whole back section where you can do skin tone practices with hair and swatch chart and everything. The book is really cool, but I wanted to just go ahead and practice before I showed you guys how I do it, just to see if these combinations even really worked. So this is one of the light skin tones. These are both medium, and this is the darkest skin tone combination that I came up with. So this one is the only one that I'm a little like, I'm not totally sure if I love it. I don't know if the colors completely blend that great, the 3 shades that I chose. So I think I am gonna do these 3 and show you how I achieved this, if this is even something you wanna achieve. Of course, you can always like do this with colored pencils instead and just do a base layer with your alcohol marker and then do all of your shading with your colored pencils, because you might have more of a shade range to choose from with your colored pencils. I personally like to do both. I like to shade with alcohol marker and I like to shade with colored pencils. It just depends. And since this was a whole skin tone set, I did want to just see what I could come up with as far as completely shading with 3 different markers. So I am going to show you how I did this. Like I said, if this is even something you're interested in, like I said, you might just be into laying down one marker and then going in with colored pencils, in which case this is not of any use to you. But I know some people have asked me to show them how I color with alcohol markers, and I think skin is always a fun place to start. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the lightest skin tone that I came up with. Okay, so we have 330. Let's see if I can get this to... All right, so I have 330 for my lightest shade, 331 for my mid-tone, and 304 for my darkest shades. So once again, that is this set here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the lightest shade, which is 330, and just base all of the skin with this. That was extremely loud. I might speed these up. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do in editing. This video might be too long if I don't. So maybe I'll do one in real time. Sorry if the camera shakes. You are attached to the desk. My apologies. And now I'm not gonna do this like super neat. So it's okay. It's just this color's so light I can hardly see where I've already colored. Okay, I will do her body as well, but I'll do that after. So now I'm going to take the darkest shade, which is 304, and I'm going to start with the left side of her face, and I really also want you guys to know, like, I don't want you guys to use this as like a tutorial, because I wing everything I do. Like, I really don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if this is like the exact place you should be. I'm gonna go in with the medium shade, and you do want to kind of work fast here. Alcohol markers with layering, it's all about keeping the area that you're coloring as wet as possible. So you do kind of want to work as fast as you can, if possible. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't really know what I'm doing. I just wing it and hope that I like the way that it comes out. And then I'm gonna go back in with your lightest shade and go back over the whole thing with that. For me, it's like, if I don't practice it, then I'll never get better at it. So I just try it and see how it goes. Okay, and now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Your darkest shade, 304. Hopefully I'm in frame. as far as like winging it, as like I don't really know where the shadows should be. You know, it's not super realistic. Like I kind of just go based off like what I've seen other people do. And then again in with the medium tone, right back over that. So go right back over it and then also like extend it out. Even further. Definitely going over where there would be that line. And then again with the lightest shade. Sorry if the alcohol marker scratchy noise like totally bothers you. I'm pressing pretty hard when I go over that line there where there would be where I meet the next color. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in with my darkest shade and I'm gonna do highlights around the lips. Once again, completely winging it, guys. Underneath, or I'm gonna highlight around her, or give shadows around her nose. Go back over that with the medium tone. And then go over everything again with the lightest marker, really blending out. Alright, and that's our face. I'm just gonna go ahead and do her ears. So I feel like a little silly because like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I just do it and hope for the best. So don't be afraid to just try things, especially if you have like a book like this and you can do like practice sheets. Even if you can't scan it, like it's really nice to just do a little bit of a practice beforehand. All right, and so for her body, it's virtually the same thing. I'm gonna start with the lightest shade, 330. And then pick where I want the shadows with my darkest shade. And then go over that with the mid-tone, 331. I am really sorry if that's completely shaking the whole thing. Alright, and there she is. And that's 12 minutes on just one skin tone. So, oh, this video is going to be like an hour if I do real time for all three. So, I might do fast forward. oops, sorry. I might do fast forward for the other two, but essentially that's how that came out. That's how they performed for the light skin tone. So I will go ahead and do the medium and the dark and speed it up just so you guys can see the process of how I lay down the colors, where I lay down the colors, if that interests you. And then I'll check back in at the end for my final thoughts. So yeah, let's get into the medium skin tone. And I did just want to say before I start speeding up the video, for the medium skin tone, we are using 304. So we are using 304 as my lightest shade, 305 for my mid-tone, and 306 for my deepest shadows. So, in case you are following along with your Arrtx markers. All right, now let's go ahead and speed this video up. Okay, so before I get into the deep skin tone, I just wanted to share with you the markers I'm using again. So 327 for the lightest shade. This one's really easy. 328 mid-tone, and we have 329 for my dark shade. All right, back to the speed coloring for this girl. Alright, so I went ahead and I did this one just by myself really quick because I wanted to test out that skin combination, and it was the second to the darkest skin tone, 301, 334, and 303, and I actually really like how that came out. Yeah, I think that I'm not totally sure how it's portraying on camera. It might be coming off a little more saturated than it is in real life. But anyways, I think that, you know, obviously my skills with blending with alcohol markers could definitely improve and get better, and that's why I by no means consider this like a tutorial on how to color skin with alcohol markers, because I completely just do my own thing. You can see like some of the shading and whatnot could be better. It did come out better on this one. I like the dark skin tone shading better on this, but that's just to tell you, like, to show you even more that I really do just wing it. And this was purely not so much as a tutorial on how to color skin as much as just to show you guys what combinations I was able to put together with the Arrtx 36 set. And like I said, that's all of them completely if you add this one as well. Oh, I didn't show all of them but this one. I didn't show this like peachier skin tone with 317, 315, and 318. But I mean, that's a good variety to display, and that's why I just wanted to do this video, just for like a fun little thing to showcase these markers. And hopefully this helped even one person maybe decide if they wanted to pick these markers up, or maybe if you could find similar shades in the alcohol set that you already have, if you've been contemplating like how to come up with different skin combinations like I've been. Like I said, I pretty much always do like some version of this shade, so it was really fun for me. This is literally my first time doing anything other than this shade of skin, so it really helped me go out of my comfort zone, like I was saying I'd been wanting to, and I really liked how they all turned out. Minus, like I said, this one is a little like on the greener tone, which I'm not totally sure if it's just the markers that I combined and that's why it came out that way. Let me know what is your favorite shade, which one you think came out the best. I think this one is my favorite. I think this really came out really good. They blended really well, and I think it was like the perfect like depth increase. So yeah, I think I really like this one if I had to pick. The one I, of course, didn't do on camera, but alas, I hope this video helped you, or you just enjoyed hanging out with me for a little bit. Thank you for clicking on it either way. If you managed to watch this entire video, I have no idea how long it's going to be, but I feel like it's going to be lengthy. Comment a animal, some animal emoji, your favorite animal, whatever it may be, an animal emoji in the comments below, letting me know that you were able to stick through the whole thing. But thank you for watching this. If you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe, turn on notifications. I would love to have you back. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Bye!